What's up, everybody? This is Will United from Team Hoodcake, and today I have Danilo. Please tell us more about yourself and what you achieved and why we're here.
Yeah, I'm Danilo and I just won the Dutch Nationals with Power Patron.
Impressive. Well, do you have any shout outs you want to give before we go to the deck profile?
Yeah, so huge shout out to my team, Team Hoodcake. Yeah, they've been there since pretty much the beginning of my Yu-Gi-Oh journey. It's a team with some of my best friends in this game, so huge shout out to them. We test a lot. They went to the tournament, did pretty well too. So yeah, so shout out to Juice, shout out to Bart, shout out to Wail, shout out to Melly, shout out to Aniket, Abdul at home, Aziz and Lauren at home, shout out to Dave, which was my top four opponent and my opponent in Swiss. The match we had in Top Cut was definitely one for the ages. So huge shout out to my team. Otherwise, shout out to the Amsterdam locals, shout out to the Almere locals, Ali Merch, very new locals. Shout out to Struggle is Real, sir. You know who you are. Shout out to really everyone in the Dutch community who supported me throughout the journey. Really, I did not expect to get this far, really, but everybody was so supportive and rooting for me, and it was just beautiful to see.
Wow, amazing to hear, man. So let's go straight to the juice of the video and see what you've been cooking.
Alright. Yes, so for my list, one thing to note, I did not play FTK and I did not play the Amorphages, so no
Okay,
Slaughter Electric. So
interesting.
let's go right into it. Two medias, one vandalism. So vandalism, of course, for the non-finito to set, and then I played two medias because I felt like with Q in a format, you don't want to accidentally get one banished and then not have one in deck. And I also feel like it's just a really good push, even going second. So I do not regret playing this ratio. I would play it going forward. Very good. Nervado, triple, pretty standard, is a pseudo starter, and the effect in extra deck is like one of the best effects to have. Like,
Hmm.
and the fact that it can be used for non-finito is just the way that makes this card exceedingly good.
Okay.
Um, to Gepredo, kind of a pseudo board breaker in this deck. It can pop and then search Terminus, which is good, but I felt like two is enough because I saw it going first too much in testing, and I feel like going first the card's not really that good because you need to pair it with another card for it to really work.
Hmm.
So no, this was good for
That
me.
makes sense. That makes sense.
To Ginaldo, this card was incredible. Not only for the add-back effect, which helps in the grind game a lot, but I also ended on it a lot for the draw 2 effect. But it's also kind of an insane board break in its own right because you can make the synchro with it, and the synchro just really strong go second, and even under like something like Impulse, like it was just really, really strong.
Okay.
Yep. And then Vidolium, no, this card is ridiculous. Like this card is so much text, but all the text is good. The Factor Reborn came up a lot. The Factor Boost came up sometimes. I summoned this a lot, and it validates so many decks really. Like it's so hard to play against this card. It's unaffected. It bans the graveyard. It's 5k. Like this card won me an absurd amount of games.
And
Like
you had an
really strong.
special interaction with SP, right?
Yeah. So one interaction that came up is this card is unaffected by SP actually. SP affects the monster. So if you SP and then try to attack directly, this actually can because unaffected.
Good to
It's
know.
good to know. Triple Terminus, this card's ridiculously cracked. It's the best starter in the deck, basically, besides Medius. Like, when you resolve this card, you just auto-win, kind of, most of the time, even if you don't play, like, the FTK's style decks. And the effect in Graveyard it came up a lot, where it just allows your power pages to art problematic monsters, such as Adressia. Like, it's quite, quite good, really, even though you can only attack with power pages if you resolve this card.
Okay, then.
One Fidolia, one other target for the Jupredo and the Fidolium. It's good to have in deck because it allows you to extend and it also allows you to play it through Joel a little bit better because otherwise Joel in some hands would kind of be problematic. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's a really solid card. It allows you to extend even though it costs you a card in hand. And the debuff effect came up a lot.
Hmm.
People did not read this card, people did not respect this card, and people attacked using their monster all the time.
And the
So
hidden effect,
really.
did it ever come up?
No. So the hidden effect where you need the three boss monsters to lock the graveyard it did not come up. Like
Okay.
it's a bit too high investment.
Okay.
Three treasure, like one also very good starter and extender, allows you to place one pendulum in your extra deck and just trigger it. Like this card is just good. No brainer to play three. Triple Shade, the new card from Blazing Dominion. This card, in my opinion, is what makes the deck good in the TCG, since we don't have Electromite. It's kind of like Electromite Light, I like to call it. Like the fact that it spell summons itself, the fact that it pops any skill and places another one from deck into the extra deck is just so strong, and the fact that it allows you to bounce it. Like this card was tailor made for the deck. I
Hmm.
mean, there's not really much to it. It's just really good. The recapture, Archmage recapture, this is pretty much in every power patron list because you can just easily make the non to set this. It allows you to play through certain hand traps extremely well, like Drone Nib. And even against other hand traps like Harmonia, it's just insane to be able to just blank with this because you can chain block a lot in the deck. You can chain block
Hmm.
the Harmonia, and if you can establish this, it's really, really good.
Did it ever come
So
up going second?
I started out most of the time going second, but in some game once it did come up. Yeah, that it was good, but I most of the time sided up.
Okay.
And kind of despise Astrograph. Like Astrograph is my brick, where otherwise you would have Sloth Lechery in this spot. Astrograph allows me to make absolute combos because it's level 7 alongside non-finito. But why I like Astrograph so much is like as a brick, it actually has a lot of applications because it allows you to replace any of the cards you destroy. Like let's say Juprayer, you destroy two out something and then you resolve this too. It gets you quite a lot of advantage actually. So even if you draw it, it's not that bad. So yeah. Also, it's one of my favorite cards. I love being able to play this card, but
Hmm.
it's really good in its own right.
Good to hear.
And that was it for the engine. For the non-engine, 3 Ash. You kind of need it, even though I play a certain yeah, well, non-engine package. I do think you need this for the Fuelos.
Hmm.
But even outside of Fuelos, I thought this card was just very solid. Like it stops most things really. Like it has an application against every deck, and even though it's not a turn stopper, it's just nice to have alongside something else.
Yeah.
Triple Impulse. Yeah, your deck is primarily dark, and the Synchro is also fire, so and which is the most important one of the three, I'd argue. So Impulse, just a no-brainer in the deck. It's really strong card.
Clear.
So yeah, very good all throughout the weekend. No complaining there. Triple Spark. This card was, I'd say, slightly above mid. It was really good in some spots, really meh in some other spots. But I do play 3 because I play, well, you can kind of guess already. Um, yeah, Songs of the Dominators, and I felt like I needed enough trap cards in my deck to make the songs as potent as possible.
Hmm.
So, Fleet Spark, maybe you could cut it to 2 and up something else to 3, but no. Uh, it was solid sometimes, but maybe a bit iffy at other times.
Okay, clear.
But on the other hand, Songs was really strong. Like this card is ridiculous. The reason this deck can play it because besides Shade and Astrograph, you don't really have any effects that trigger in hand, Grave or X deck. Or Medius too, I guess, but you don't really need the Medius effect most of the time. So no, this card is ridiculous. The fact that this card is like 2 interruptions by itself, if you have a Trap Engrave, is just ridiculous. Like Searching Impulse was incredibly strong with this card. And even Spark sometimes was also good. But yeah, no complaints. Even going first this card, incredible. Like you have the recapture most of the time, so if you use that and then you have songs for something else, it's just exceedingly good.
Okay.
Um, to Imperm, yeah, I didn't want to play over 42, so I just kept it to Imperm. Could play 3, but yeah, I think it's still important to play it because of the songs, but the card is admittedly a bit middling, so
Hmm.
I think it was fine to play that like this. And then the final non-ender card is 3 Fallen and the Virtuous. This card was exceptional. This card actually won me a lot of games, and not only as a non-engine, but also as an extender, because it allows you to pop any of your skills. And that comes up a lot, especially because it replaces itself. It's like essentially a free extender, which turns into itself back into non-engine. This card was just incredible for me. I was considering Super Poly, but after the games on the Nationals, I was like, nope, I'm very happy I played this card, for
Okay.
sure.
You didn't play Fuelos in the main deck.
No, because Fool Loss conflicts with the songs, and also spoiler alert, I don't play it in the side deck either because of that reason.
Okay.
Fool Loss is a good card admittedly, and I did consider playing it, but the songs conflict just messes around, yeah, messes with the deck too much, I feel, because you
Mm-hmm.
already play Ash, and if you also play Fua alongside all those traps,
Mm-hmm.
then you would just open songs too many times at a monster hand trap, which I felt like wasn't that
Solid
strong.
reasoning.
Mm. All right, for the extra deck, one Beyond the Pendulum,
Mm-hmm.
self-explanatory. It's a Pendulum deck, so you play it. This card was
Yeah.
really solid. Exceed the Pendulum, also really solid, part of the combo. Going second comes up a lot less because of the traps that block light monsters, but still really good. IP, part of the end board. SP, part of the end board through IB, but also going second. It's really good. And the Charmer Link. Yeah, so Charmer Link is a bit different than other lists because I don't play the sloth, but the way I use this is I revive a patron that's like detached of Varudras, and then trigger Junodo to draw two. So basically, this allows me to draw two alongside my end board, which allows me to draw into cards like Ash and Impulse, which is really strong. So yeah, I think this card was very solid for me, but it wasn't like the end all be all like other versions may have it be,
Okay.
but it was good. The three patrons, like you have to play him for the field spell, you have to play him to use the pendulum's effects.
Mm-hmm.
This was exceptional. This card was insane, except especially into Branded, where you can just negate the whole board. They really don't know how to play around this card, and if you negate the whole board permanently, you kind of just win most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
This comes up released, and this comes up sometimes, but you have to yeah consider that it doesn't work on the impulse or spark, and this same thing. But it does work on the impulse, so good to know.
Okay.
Non-finito, this card is correct. This card fucking ridiculous. Sets a card, Archmage card, so either Vandalism or the Recapture, and you can make it with the Nervado. Like, this card is insanely good. One for Rudras for the end board, rank 10, that negates,
Mm-hmm.
very strong. And then, since I played Astrograph, I played the Allies Absolute and the Vortex.
Ooh, that's a
So,
spice.
that's a spice indeed. So, Absolute you can make with Non-Finito and Astrograph. And then you link it away for either IP or the Charmer link, and then when it's sent to the graveyard, you summon this from your extra deck, which is another Omni Negate by shuffling a Pendulum card back. So basically, my end board is a couple of negates, draw two, and IP most of the time. So it's a breakable end board, but actually in practice, like people just couldn't deal memo follow up well enough,
Mm-hmm.
even if they broke my entire board, which is still pretty hard to do with like what I have on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very happy with this. Like, I felt like the slot lechery would just play into certain hand traps too hard. So I'm very
Mm-hmm.
happy I played this instead.
Okay.
One Drake of Tupelia. This is for lines where you would like to leave non-finito on field. Maybe if you like use the recapture and you cannot go for absolute, this is fine to have an extra deck to make with any dark. Also under Fua, so the Fua lines aren't perfect, definitely far from, but it's nice to have something to make in your opponent's deck with a non-finito. So I
Okay.
think this card was good. It was that's the best target I feel. And then the following virtuous targets: Albion, Ecclesia. Nothing much to
Explanatory.
say.
Yeah.
For the side deck, for going first, I played four Solemns, so Judgment, Warning, and two Accusations. These cards were really good. These cards were very good. Yeah, Warning. Every one of these came up, and in the finals, I drew like this, and he forwarded me, and I was like, all right, I'll just end on this, and it was enough. So that was nice. I considered Ariadne, Guiding Ariadne. It's like a fairy that allows you to add one counter trap by revealing three from your deck. But I felt, in the end, shout out to Dave for putting me on this, is that it was a bit win more because I had to already be playing. But I decided to play the warning instead, and it was really good. So I really like these cards a lot for going first. And
Okay.
for other going first, cards, I played Call by and Talent. Call
Yeah.
by is mandatory, I feel, somewhere in the list because Fua is your death, kind of. And Talents was broken. Whenever I drew it, it was fucking broken. So nothing much to say. Um, Third Jupredo, even though I play only two in the main deck, I want the third one because if you think about it, it's a breaker that searches engine, which I feel like is one the best type of breaker, you know. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's still worthwhile playing it going second. Then two Droll. I feel even though it's a monster hand trap which conflicts with songs, I felt it was too important not to play because it's really good into striker. It's really good to Mitsu and some other decks like roguish decks, which you can expect from a nationals like the Dutch one.
Mm.
Like you just want to have something for those decks, and I think the draw was good overall, so I'm happy with it. And then two Lightning Storm and one Harpies, basically the same purpose. Out back row. Lightning Storm can do much more, but it was for the back row, and no complaints there. I set it in a lot, even against matches like Branded. It was really strong.
Mm.
Very happy with it. And then Crown. Shout out to Vice for letting me borrow these. These were good. I didn't see him often because I just cited it in going second, but I think they were satisfactory. I have no complaints about playing these.
Okay, clear. How were your
So,
matchups? How did you go in Swiss?
so day one I went 7-1, and I faced some roguish decks, and I faced two branded. Well, one was Draco Tail variant. I faced a Cool Tune, a Striker, two Doom Z, a Malice variant, and then some kind of Striker variant. Yeah, overall the matches were good. I lost to Branded day one, but I think yeah, it was inevitable that we'll lose that game, unfortunately. But
Oh
that
no.
happens sometimes, you know.
And get in day two?
Day two, I won three, lost one. I lost to Dave, which was yeah, who was on Kutun, but I beat him in top four in the end. But yeah, I faced two more Kutun that day, Mitsu and the Mirror. Actually, the Mirror was really scary because he
Oh.
basically slot lectured me game two, so I got FTK'd. But in the end, it was fine. I prevailed thanks to the hand traps too. And then top cut, I played against a striker. And then Dave, which was on Kutun, and then the finals I played Archmage, which was also very scary because it's basically the mirror, and he also had slot lechery, so scary, scary, scary.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any last remarks? Any changes you would like to make?
I think the spark and the imperm could be looked at, and something. I think the crown, and that is something I discussed with another friend of mine, is that the crown could be something like lava golem. I like the crown because I think it's decent into Kutun, which I cannot really say for lava golem honestly, but lava golem sphere mode is something I would also consider rather than discard.
Okay. Okay then. Thank you very much, Danilo. Yeah. Guys, if you want to see a combo video from Danilo, please like and subscribe. If we hit 150 likes, he will share a combo list with us. And yeah, catch you guys next time.